game, the Western New York Flash were minutes away from dealing Seattle their first loss of the season. Tonight, they look to regroup as they host the Boston Breakers at Sahlen Stadium. Good evening, soccer fans, and welcome to Sahlen Stadium. Tonight, it's NWSL Soccer. I'm Joe Giuliano. Andy Evenhouse sitting in for Mike Kerms this evening. Andy, great to have you on board. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Good to be out in a different role this afternoon.
Going to have you up here in the booth tonight for 90 minutes of soccer action between the Western New York Flash and the Boston Breakers. First meeting of the season between these two clubs, and it's right here in downtown Rochester. Andy, as we look at the Boston Breakers, they come in with a record of 3-9-1, and your player profile tonight is going to be a special one. Who do you got?
We turn to number 19, Christy Mewis. To me, the next rising star of the U.S. national team for the women. Definitely somebody you have to watch for as she's playing throughout the game. She will be creative in the midfield. She will take charge when she can. Still young, playing with some of the other players that she's not used to being around with on the U.S. national team. Still see she tends to sometimes not go where she probably could, but she's still learning to see what she can actually get at. Obviously, she was the one traded for Sydney Leroux, so there are high expectations for her, and hopefully someone that's a third draft choice in a draft is going to produce and be productive for Boston.
Good choice. We'll look at Mewis, number 19, this evening for the Boston Breakers. For the home side, well, the goals have been coming from an Australian international. That's number 4, Samantha Kerr. Andy, she has been on fire lately.
She is one of my favorites. She does love to be on the microphone as well. She's always a fun player. She's always great in practice. You see her out there. She's always the first one out there to say hello, and you always love to hear the accent. She, again, as you mentioned with the Australian team, was the only one to score in the final. They didn't win in the Asian Cup, but they do progress on to the World Cup, so she will be part of the national team along with her fellow players that are here already with Lydia Williams and now with Tegan. So it's nice to have someone at that level, at that young age, already here, hopefully to continue on for years here with the Western New York Flash.
And before tonight's game, we had a chance to catch up with Samantha Kerr. Got her thoughts on the keys to victory tonight for the Western New York Flash.
Yeah, hopefully we can come out again. We think we've been playing well the last couple of weeks, so hopefully we can keep up the good performances from everyone throughout the team and get the 3 points.
That's the young and rising star, Samantha Kerr. Well, Andy, you've been working all week on these keys to victory as you sit in for Mike Kerms tonight. Let's start off with the Boston Breakers and some of their keys to success this evening.
Number one, they've got to score early. They don't play very well from behind. Obviously, they're not winning, and they're traveling. They're now on the second game of a 7-game away shot to their year. They have to get ahead. They have to lead. They can't trail, and they cannot chase Western New York tonight.
Next key is get the ball to Reeves.
Jasmine Reeves up front, been a fantastic find. Young player, and she is the one in this new formation that has to get the ball. She's the one that's going to have to pot the ball into the back of the net, or Boston will not be successful tonight.
And speaking of formations, it's kind of one formation at home and then one on the road for the Breakers.
Yeah, speaking to assistant coach Pedro Losa last night, telling me that they sort of tend to go from a 5-4-1 to a 4-4-2 when they're at home. So it's a little difficult, I think, when you have a form and a shape that you want to use when you're moving day to day, although they are playing 7 in a row, so they may get used to it. It
Sure.
may be when they come back that they'll see the difference. But they do need to be out there and be creative and yet stick to their defensive shell.
Great job. That's your keys for the Boston Breakers. Now, for the home side, the Western New York Flash will start with controlling the midfield.
Well, you've got fantastic players there. You've got Vicky Lasada, you've got Carly Lloyd, you've got Salem, you've got Zerboni. It's just a matter of putting the pieces in the right spot and getting to the open spot. When you're going to attack on 5 or possibly 9 filling the box, you've got to control everything and just keep the ball away from them and try and pick your spots for your right shots.
Set pieces could be a crucial part of tonight's game.
Noticing throughout the year, the corner kicks especially, free kicks from the outside within 20 to 25 yards, they've cost quite a few goals for us, and we have to defend better on those.
We saw Houston come in here, and they were at the bottom of the table, but Boston, don't take them as a 9th place team.
No, there's way too much parity in this league already. There are 9 teams. All the girls are good. All the players are fantastic in this league, or they wouldn't be in here. They can't look ahead to Wednesday. We have the rematch with Seattle. We can't wish we had at the 3 points. We need the 3 points tonight, without a doubt.
And Andy, great look at your keys to victory for Boston and Western New York. Kickoff is coming up next. You ready?
We're ready to go.
Andy Evenhouse filling in for Mike Kerms. I'm Joe Giuliano. Stick around. Coming up, it's the Flash and the Breakers, NWSL Soccer, right here on the Flash Broadcast Network.
Great Taste has landed. Sahlen's great tasting hot dogs and deli meats now available across New York State.
The Courage Bowl has become one of Rochester's most significant. It is more than a game, raising funds and awareness for Camp Good Days.
For the kids, for Camp Good Days.
Now for Courage Bowl 10, a new chapter, an East Side-West Side rivalry. St. John Fisher College and Brockport. Support Camp Good Days.
Hi, I'm Soccer Sam for Salvatores.com, Rochester's #1 pizzeria, and your healthy, fast, local choice.
Salvatore's gluten-free pizza, thin pizza, multi-grain pizza dough, amazing salads, fresh wraps and subs, sausage slingers, pasta dinners, real pizza ovens, and so much more.
Salvatores.com, your healthy, fast, local choice. And yeah, we deliver everything but babies. Do it with me. Salvatores.com.
Now at Subway restaurants, the new $3 menu is here. Choose from a variety of savory 6-inch subs, all for just $3 each. Available all day long. Try the Black Forest ham, spicy Italian, or oven-roasted chicken. But hurry in, the $3 menu is available for a limited time only. For bigger variety and better value, the choice is easy when you choose from the new $3 menu at Subway restaurants. Subway, eat fresh.
Tap into good times at the distillery. Grab the family and experience our fun, wholesome atmosphere. The service is friendly and the food is delicious. The appetizers are amazing. The entrees are awesome with exceptional quality dishes and innovative, delicious recipes to satisfy everyone's appetite. Enjoy your favorite distillery dish anytime with our takeout service and our kitchen that's always open late.
The distillery.
This is Angela Salem from the Western New York Flash. The Flash Academy is a one-of-a-kind program designed to let you train professional setting like I do every day. Check out the Western New York Flash Academy at WNY. Your youth player can learn from the Flash's professional coaching staff and players like me.
It's the third of 4 straight at home for the Western New York Flash. Good evening and welcome to Sahlen Stadium. Joe Giuliano along with Andy Evenhouse, who's sitting in for Mike Kerms. Andy, welcome to the broadcast.
Glad to be here with you.
Should be a great one tonight as the Breakers come in. Their second of 7 straight on the road. They have a 3-9-1 record, while the Flash enter with a record of 5-7-2, 3 points out of that final playoff spot. With a win, though, they can jump up and get to 20 points and become equal with Portland and Chicago. Let's look at your starting lineups first for the visitors. From Boston, their head coach is Tom Durkin. He takes over for Kat Whitehill, who was a player coach at the end of last season. But they'll start off with Alyssa Nair in goal, the 26-year-old. She's made the most saves in the NWSL with 54. They'll go with Sierra, Washington, Whitehill, and Stewart in the back. O'Reilly, Pathman, Evans, Mewis in the midfield. Ezerike and Reeves up top for the 3-9-1 Boston Breakers. The Western New York Flash at home. They're 3-2-1. And again, the third of 4 straight at home. The Australian international Lydia Williams gets the nod in goal. Taylor, Reynolds, Williamson, and Edmonds in the back. Kerr, Lloyd, Losada, Salem, Zerboni in the midfield. Jasmine Spencer up top, and Aaron Lyons, the head coach of the Western New York Flash. Today's injury report presented by UB Orthopedics, the official medical provider of the Flash. The Boston Breakers without the 24-year-old Julie King, who is out. And for the Western New York Flash, 2 players out. Adriana Franch, of course, has been out since the start, and Abby Wambach out for a month with a knee injury. That is tonight's injury report presented by UB Orthopedics, the official medical provider of the Flash. Referee tonight, Christina Unkel. Assistant referees are Mark Boyko and Corey Richardson, and the fourth is Raymond Tam. Boston, white tops, blue shorts, and white socks. Flash in their traditional home, all red, as the Breakers will kick off, attacking the goal to our left. And a long ball picked up by Williamson. Now outside, Edmonds to Salem. Andy, a gorgeous night for soccer in downtown Rochester.
You can't get any better than this. You could write it up, you could put it in a book, and you still can't get any better than this, especially as the sun starts to go down. It'll cool off nicely for the ladies, but it's just beautiful to be out here tonight.
Here's Reynolds. Keeps this one in play, gets it back to Taylor. On the near side, here's Carly Lloyd. Pass intercepted and knocked away there by Pathman. Looking to go forward to Ezerike, the 22-year-old. Looks like she's the lone striker this evening for the Breakers. Salem up and over the top. Kerr is in behind into the 18. Takes a touch. Fires, and it's just wide of the far post. A good early look for the Western New York Flash, Andy.
Samantha got loose very early, went right over the top, and had the shot that went just sailing to the right. But again, they're going to have to lock down on Samantha and not let her get wide like that, because that's going to happen all night if they don't stop that quickly.
Great vision from Angela Salem, who has the ball now. Lloyd. Vicky back to Lloyd. Spencer under her foot, and it'll be Nair, the 26-year-old, to pick it up. Very high goals against average, 2.07. She's given up 27 goals this season, and again, as we said, she has the most saves right now, and the back line has been an issue for Boston. She gets a massive punt downfield. Boston coming forward now. Mewis, who Andy featured at the start. Top of the 18, triple team, and the Flash come away with it. Pathman, heavy touch there. Reynolds plays it back to Williams, the 26-year-old, making her 11th appearance of the season. Here's Vicky. Lloyd is swiped down at midfield. And Andy, when Vicky gets the ball, whether there's people on her or not, she has that ability just to keep calm, keep possession.
Just the one step. All she needs is that one touch. You give her a little bit of room, she's going to go and create something for you real quick.
Leading the league with 5 assists on the season. The 23-year-old from Spain. Now on the near side, O'Reilly. Looks up, chips into the box, and headed away by Williamson. Heather O'Reilly, the 29-year-old. She was the NWSL Player of the Week for Week 3 last season after scoring 2 goals, and they come from behind victory for the Breakers. This is Williams with a goal kick for the Flash. We're in the 4th minute. McCall Zerboni, Mighty McCall. Low one forward looking for Kerr. Stepping on the ball is Sierra. And she gets a second chance to knock it forward for Ezerike. A good turn by Ezerike as she is taken down. The number 8 overall draft pick out of the University of Michigan. Big, strong player. Great physical presence. Greg Ryan, the coach at Michigan. Name that might sound familiar. Coached the U.S. women from 05 to 07. Liked her physical presence and size that she brought into the box. Looking for her now, the flick. And offside, Reeves and Azarique were in on that one.
Just a step inside, definitely.
And she is a big target player. Shattered all sorts of records at Michigan, 49 goals, 118 points. And she is a Canadian from Nova Scotia.
Williamson tried to get a little ahead there. We're going to bring it back to the spot of the offside. Interesting to see the gamesmanship, though, too, actually looking at the shapes and formations as how coaches put their lineups together. When they hear something, they may go to one kind of formation and change it just to match up. And then when the play actually starts, you may see something totally different, which we're actually seeing right now is Boston is actually leading with only one striker.
Taylor gets a talking to from Uncle, as she was called for the foul, and she is now on the radar of Christina Uncle. Here's Whitehill, the team captain. Steps into this one. Service into the box, one hop, and Williams able to scoop it up on the service from the 32-year-old Kat Whitehill. Took over as the player coach on August the 2nd after Boston relieved Lisa Cole of her duties. There's Carly Lloyd. Cutting it inside, now back outside, a good ball to Kerr. And that will go over the end line. It'll be a goal kick coming out here for the Breakers, who away from home are 0-4-1. They picked up their first road points of the season on Sunday. A 1-1 draw against Sky Blue. Their first tie of the season. Nair did save a PK, stopping a former Flash player in the 86th minute. Friels, the player who was denied on the PK. Here's Mewis, good ball outside now. O'Reilly, her chip is up and over the Flash goal. It'll be a goal kick coming out for the Flash, who are 3-2-1 at home, 2-5-1 away from home. This is a nice stretch for them. 3 of 4 at home, 1 game at Houston, and then it'll be overall 7 of the next 8 games at home. So a great opportunity to climb the table and get into that playoff spot. Play behind Lloyd. She's got to hustle to come back. Evans and Lloyd go down, and Carly Lloyd called for the foul. She's in disbelief. And she has a word for the official.
Interesting that Carly tends to not get those fouls on the 50-50 balls. That's just over the years that's been happening. You tend to see that some of the U.S. national players are not, as a lot of people expect, given all those 50-50 calls.
She's got the second most fouls called against her in the NWSL, 23. There's the Flash with that high line of defense, able to snuff this one out, Williams. Now Angela Salem. Here's Zerboni. Taking some touches, has some space, but pass is intercepted by Pathman. Here's Taylor. And what a knack Brittany Taylor has for that long, driven ball. It's got pace, it's got accuracy. Very dangerous weapon from the back as Vicky is taken down. And we're going to have a card as it is Jasmine Reeves in the 8th minute. Here's a look at the replay, Andy.
Zerboni made the touch to go around, and Reeves just cut right in front of her. Obviously, yellow card. Christina Uncle coming right to it, not a question, and it may have been some type of dissent as well to have the card come up that quickly.
So Vicky has taken a few knocks here, but she's up and ready to serve this one into the mix. The Spanish international, 5 assists on the season to go along with 2 goals. Azarique with the block. Another chance to pop it into the box. This one will take a hop in the 12, and Nair is undercut by Kerr, who will also get a talking to. It's a dangerous ball. When it bounces in the 12, anything, or in the 18, anything can happen.
With Sam being that loose already, that's the one person especially Boston's got to watch for, and they cannot let her loose in that situation, especially when you have a keeper coming up that high and you don't have anybody really defending to help her.
What a tumble to the turf from Alyssa Nair. She's got that sun to deal with directly in her eyes for about 20, 25 more minutes here in half number 1. Here's Nikki Washington. Heavy touch from Ezerike. The Flash have a chance to counter. Vicky to Lloyd. Good tackle. Zerboni picks up the loose ball, finds Vicky. Through the Flash, and they'll have to regroup with Salem. Middle of the park, Angela Salem, the 25-year-old. 13 games played, gets it to Zerboni. Now Reynolds. Taylor. Good bit of possession here from the Flash. Look at the knock it around and then switch it to a long ball. Over to the far side. Nicely headed away by Stewart. Gets it back from Washington. And Lloyd, a little touch after the ball. Caught the attention of the official. We played the advantage. Here's Zerboni. Spencer. Good bit of work from Spencer in a tight space, and I like that, Andy. The referee was going to blow the whistle, but kind of waited for a second to see if there was going to be a bit of an advantage. There wasn't, and the call was made.
Come back to the original foul. Set that up, see if anything's going to be created out of that. Jasmine still had her feet to a point. Comes back and gets it exactly where
I forgot I'm sitting next to a official guru in Western New York. How could I forget?
That's what they call me, yes. Except on the field.
I'm sure there's some other choice words for you. Vicky and Lloyd over the ball. You know, Carly could have a go from here. Sun in the eyes of Nair. Lloyd steps in, low-driven shot again, blocked in the wall and cleared away by Evans. Good step by Reynolds to knock it away. This one's up and over her head. O'Reilly turning on the Jets on the near side. Reynolds, good job to hustle back, slows her down, and knocks it out of play. First corner kick of the game coming up in the 12th minute. The Breakers will have this one from the near side.
Still a smart tackle by Reynolds. Obviously, you've got a U.S. national coming down the line in Heather O'Reilly, and she's going to put the ball right into the mix if you don't do something. Give up the corner kick. And again, we discussed it early. The set pieces have been an issue, but hopefully they were listening.
Mewis, left-footed service. This will be an outswinging ball from the near side. Steps in, a high delivery. And well-timed there by Lloyd. Played behind Kerr. Reeves has it now on the far side for the Breakers. And her ball off the side of her foot. Goal kick coming up here for the Flash. Coming off a 2-1 loss on Sunday against Seattle. Kerr got the goal scoring started, but then in the 83rd minute, own goal. In the 88th minute, Sydney LaRue with a game-winning goal. She was quiet the entire night, and then boom, she finishes a beauty.
We had noticed that she was quiet the entire game until she tapped that one in. She was definitely in the right spot at the right time.
Flash were just minutes away from dealing Seattle their first loss of the season. Lloyd into the 18, plays it back across, and Whitehill will give up a corner kick to the Flash. In that game, the Flash had 4 yellow cards, 14 fouls. As Seattle remaining unbeaten, now 11-0-2. This is the only game tonight in the NWSL. On Wednesday, Sky Blue 2-1 over Portland. Cutshaw with a game-winning goal in the 65th minute. 10,477 at Portland. Into the box, through the crowd. Lloyd with a shot. Chipped in and cleared away at the post. Good defending by the Breakers as the Flash were knocking on the door, but Stewart, good positioning.
Smart play by Lloyd to keep the ball down and look for a deflection and try to just hit it with as much power as possible, usually tending to put the ball up and over the net, but just put it back again right where people were and try to get a deflection or to have someone miss the ball and put it in the back of the net.
We'll see if the Flash can continue with the pressure here. Taylor. BT, as Andy calls her in the introductions. By the way, I love your player introductions. You do a great job.
Was that me?
That was you.
Wow.
20 yards to our left. Lloyd streaking in, and they're going to call her for the foul against Jasmine Reeves. And Carly just can't catch a break. We're in the 15th minute. The Boston Breakers' first visit to Sahlen Stadium this season. The season series last year was 1-1-2. Flash had 2 come from behind draws in the matchups from 2013. Here's Bianca Sierra. Azariki lets it roll through. Back outside to Sierra. Good cross. The header is up and over as Jasmine Reeves has to do better there, but Bianca Sierra, only her second appearance with the Breakers, picked up in a trade for Lisa Devanna, showing what she brings to the table.
Nice ball, takes it out wide. Just looking for the right spot. An extra touch. Reynolds bites a little bit, puts it right in the spot, and we just get a little bit too high on the shot.
Washington goes down. Sierra had a great debut in the game against Sky Blue and looks to have another solid performance tonight. Only 21 years old, out of Auburn University. And she's been brought in to kind of work on this defensive line that's given up 27 goals this season. A good acquisition for Tom Durkin. Edmonds, Kerr, nicely laid off for Spencer. Back to Kerr, a little bit of space opening up on that far side, and Spencer won't get there before Sierra. Far side, now switch down the middle, looking for Ezerike. Top of the 18, still Ezerike. And she'll be called for the foul, taking Edmonds down.
Definitely can't let her get loose, though. Too many opportunities already. We've got 4 in the back, and it looked like we had 1 in the back there.
17th minute. And scoreless. There's Zerboni. Reynolds, Taylor, and Zerboni have played in every game this season for the Flash. They have been the iron woman for the Aaron Line side. And Zerboni has it now. Looking for Kerr. Back to Zerboni from Edmonds. Tries to avoid the challenge from Reeves. And Boston picks up possession. Washington just hammers it out of danger. No one down there for the Breakers. So Boston, 7 straight on the road. They had a 5-game homestand from May 15th to June 1st. 1 win and 4 losses. Not the way you want to have those games work out at home for you. The only win was against Portland, 4-1. Offside is Mewis, just behind the Flash defense.
There she is trying to make something happen. She hasn't been very eventful at all today, but again, sometimes I think Christy Mewis is the type of player that knows she has the talent, but still is not at that spot in her career where she feels that she can make those runs. She's sort of waiting at times for the other people to make the play.
And Andy, you talked about Mewis, part of that huge trade in the young NWSL League for Sydney LaRue.
She spent all of last year with Kansas City, had a fantastic year. They'd make a trade. Next thing you know, love her, great player, you got to trade her. And that's basically what happened. She spent about a month in Seattle.
Now making her home with the Breakers. Mewis with 1 assist in 6 games played. Looking to add to those totals. Throwing to the far side. Azarike is 1v4. She'll have her work cut out tonight if they keep playing those long balls right into the mix. Flash a ton of time to set up at midfield and look to begin their attack. Lloyd all the way back here to receive this one. Reynolds back to Lloyd. Lets it roll through, tried the back heel, but Sahlen is taken down and slow to get up. Counterattack for Boston. O'Reilly takes the shot and it's blocked by Williamson. Ezerique may have been the better choice there. Mewis. Good block on the cross from Reynolds. Sahlen is up, but we'll keep an eye on her, see if she's okay. And Spencer comes in with a hard challenge. Referee says play on, as it was Pathman who went down. Zerboni with an interception. And Sierra steps in front there to knock it to the far side. There's Sierra, 21 years old, playing center back. Oh, good turn here. O'Reilly. Pathman pushing it central. Pass off the chest of Salem. Now Vicky. Oh, good move. Good little drawback on that one. There's Lloyd. Switching it onto the near side for Spencer, who's got some space. Corner of the 18. Service. Won't get through as Pathman, the 21-year-old, breaks it up. And she'll clear this one out of play on the near side. A throw-in coming up for the Flash.
Interesting going back to the Spencer non-fall. The AR did put his flag up, but was looking to get Jasmine Spencer, who did get a little bit of retaliation on the non-fall on the other side, and he did quickly get it waved off.
Lloyd to Zerboni. Andy doing his color analyst work and referee evaluation. Killed two birds with one stone.
Yeah, when you talk to the FIFA referee after the game, I'm sure that she'll be very honored that I gave my critique. She asked me prior to the game to make sure I did a nice job with her, and she's been very good so far.
We call it like we see it.
But it's early.
That's right. There has been some unique calls this season. We'll leave it at that. Vicky quickly went outside, but no one there for the Flash. And Chelsea Stewart revs it up and starts the attack for the Breakers. Still Stewart on the far side. Back to Washington. Good ball into the box. Off the head of O'Reilly, and it'll be a goal kick coming up for the Western New York Flash. Julie King is out tonight with an injury for the Boston Breakers, and as we talked about, Andy, Abby Wambach, 4 goals, 1 assist, not available tonight.
Still nursing the injury, working with the U.S. national team and getting back into shape, getting back ready for action again here with the Flash.
I'm sure a speedy recovery, as I'm sure the fans in Rochester feel the same way. Evans. That long ball off the shin of Edmonds. And Williams will scoop it up. Here's Salem. There's Zerboni. Again, midfield is given to the Flash, and then as soon as they cross that line, it's the jerseys in white starting to bunker down. Midway through the first half, Breakers and the Flash are scoreless. Joe Giuliano and Andy Evenhouse. This ball low and down the middle. Ezerique. Reeves. Back outside. Stewart. Trying to inch forward a little more down that far side, but her service leaves a bit to be desired. Quickly down the middle of the field for Kerr. Tried to rush that one, looking for Spencer, and the Breakers come away with it.
Far too much long ball play so far from Boston. You can see it actually when they start moving forward and getting to the offensive half, they are putting the ball down on the ground, but they seem to want to play everything out of the back end and just play it long.
Looking for Ezerique, but she has got a wall of red surrounding her. They're going to have to look for a different way to get in, as Lloyd can turn and go towards midfield. Collides there with Pathman. And a hard challenge from Carly Lloyd. Never saw a tackle she didn't like to take part in. She is a hard-nosed number 10 in the middle of the field. Ooh, Williamson goes down awkward. No call made as the breakers go outside Nikki Washington. Stepped in front by Edmonds and Lloyd. Nice little poke. Gets it to Zerboni. Now Carly Lloyd back on the outside. Good ball, middle of the field. Oh, and Vicky and Jasmine Spencer let it roll through. Good change of the play from Lloyd. With the breakers onto it. Long ball looking for O'Reilly. Williams. Now to Williamson. Sahlen checking back very deep to receive these balls. Spencer a touch and a turn through midfield. Now Zerboni waiting for the rest of the ladies in red to catch up. Vicky. Couldn't get to that one. Now Taylor keeping possession. And Zerboni is dumped there by Evans, who doesn't like the call. Evans, the 23-year-old. Taking down Mighty McCall. What do you think, ref? Let's see what we got here.
Well, the original pass was a bit of a weak pass, actually, by McCall putting the ball back in. Couldn't get the ball into Vicky. Ball came back out, and then Boston really couldn't do anything with it. Almost gave it right back, and it just a turn and a foul. A little bit out for a set piece, but putting the ball back into play.
Vicky's service is cleared away, but she wins it back for the Flash. Vicky on the right foot. A little chip into the box, maybe too unselfish there. And she was about 22 yards away from goal, decided not to give it a pop.
It looked like she had the leg cocked and ready to roll and sort of took that half step and said, oh, I see somebody coming on my right side. I'm going to put it through, and just had a little too much pace on the ball.
Try that little chip pass that we saw Fishlock execute on Sunday. The goal we talked about from LaRue was good, but the chip pass was very good as well. As Mewis gets it outside to O'Reilly. A low cross. Deflected by Williamson. Now Vicky. Under pressure, dribbling out of it. Very calm and cool. Get it behind Spencer. Stewart outside looking for Washington. A jersey tug. Referee says play on. Kerr stretching the legs out on the far side. Still coming forward, Samantha Kerr. Into the box, Lloyd. Trying to turn. Still has her back to the goal, now pushed outside the 18. Sahlen tees it up. Shot is up and over the goal.
It's interesting to see our two forwards moving left, moving right, and keeping the play. But Carly going box to box, getting involved in a play, and Samantha putting the ball across and making that play only because Carly Lloyd is there, coming on an 80-yard run to help out.
She has worked hard in the first 28 minutes. Sahlen wins the header. Kerr forward looking for Spencer. Spencer gets tugged on and no call made as the Flash keep possession. Oh, a good ball from Vicky. Reynolds, her cross is up and way off the mark. Reynolds does a great job overlapping, getting into that space, and then the service, not where it needed to be for the Flash. As Tom Durkin, who's the head coach of the Breakers, is up and on the sidelines now. He was an assistant coach with the Tampa Bay Mutiny of Major League Soccer until January of 1998. Good step by Zerboni. Nice anticipation. Vicky looks, has a chip this time, and it's off the crossbar.
That is her specialty. Looking for that shot the goaltender isn't going to expect is coming.
A great effort from the Spanish international, Vicky. And this one coming on the near side now for O'Reilly, who's pushing in. She goes down. Reynolds takes the ball away. When it came off of her foot, Andy, I thought that was going to be way over the goal. and then all of a sudden it just dropped.
Just another of those little pull-ups, as we saw earlier when she thought she was going to cock the foot and go. She sort of pulled up, the same type of thing, and just held off for a second, just enough to put it where it needed to be.
Great awareness as Vicky has it again, chips it into space. Lloyd, back to Vicky. Whitehill steps in and knocks it away for the Breakers. Just great awareness, great vision, taking a look to see where the keeper is. So many young players today dribble their head down. But Vicky, great demonstration of how to dribble with your head up and look to see what's out there. Lloyd trying to force it down that far side, broken up by Washington. The spring as Enrique, and again, Flash not buying into that. Mewis knocks it forward, but no one there for the Breakers. Here's Sahlen. Good touch from Spencer, and she couldn't get through as the Breakers knock that one away to Ezerique. Look at that congestion in the middle of the field. Sahlen, Vicky, McCall, Carly just bunching in there to win it for the Flash. Nowhere for Boston to go. Here's Taylor. 2 goals on the season. The NWSL Best 11 player gets it forward to Spencer. Back to Sahlen. Now Vicky. Zerboni. Good slide there from Reeves to knock it away. Flash, a couple minutes ago, just seconds away from getting on the scoreboard. As Vicky got a good look at it from distance.
Still maintaining the control of the midfield as they have throughout most of the first half. It's just they're going to have to get that one more step just to get loose, because you're going to get that crack as Vicky did earlier, and that's going to be the next change in the game.
And during that replay, Vicky sent a through ball in looking for Samantha Kerr, but Nair quick to come off her line, pouncing on it. Stewart. Washington. Ezerique. That goes off the foot of Kat Williamson, who came over from a trade with Portland. Played 24 games last season with Portland, and probably not too happy about being known for the red card in the championship game in the 56th minute, but what a quality player she is.
Fantastic, great move by Coach Lyons. It was interesting, though, we did have to check in to see if she was going to miss that first game due to that red card, which was the case.
Williamson has made 12 appearances coming into tonight's game. It's Carly Lloyd crossing midfield on the near side. Kerr spinning away, looking for space, but Washington gets onto it for the Breakers. Sahlen may have got a piece of Reeves, who's not sure if he's holding her leg or her knee. See if we can get a look at that challenge. Sahlen and Reeves battled for it in the middle of the field. Ball came in from Lloyd on the near side. Was it an elbow? What'd you see there, Andy?
It may have just been a bit of a glance off. She might have caught it in the eye.
Yeah, it looks like it's her left eye, just above her left eye, that's got a laceration. And she's laying down on the bench. Trainer looking at her now.
They've now mandated in USSF anything with any kind of head contact, anything actually above the shoulders, they do want addressed.
Here's Kerr. Flash playing with a advantage here. Vicky, top of the 18. Shot. Nair makes the save, and you knew what she was going for. That outside of the foot, swerving ball away from the keeper.
Try to go inside and out, get a little, maybe a little too pretty on that one, but it was good thought. Puts it about 3 feet higher. Maybe we're in the back of the net.
So Reeves on the sideline, hopefully nothing too serious, and she can return. Is the trainer working hard? Reeves laying down on the bench. There's Sahlen. Spencer. Good ball to Kerr. Touches. Chips into the box. Nair backpedaling. Scoops it up. Mewis outside to Washington, the 25-year-old. Started the season with Houston. Played 3 games there before coming over to Boston. Washington has been around, played for LA Soul, Sky Blue, and Magic Jack and WPS, and she's knocked off of this one. Jasmine Reeves comes back on. Good to see she's okay. Patched up and ready to go. Whitehill with a soft flick that does reach Nair. No go on the ball on the near side. Flash, break it up. Kerr. Zerboni, central for Williamson. She'll have to midfield before the pressure comes. Gets it to Sahlen. There's Zerboni. Spencer on the diagonal run. But McCall played it behind the striker. Azarika, there's where she's got that big physical presence, able to hold off defenders and wait for the breakers to come forward, as they do now. Reeves looks. Shot is no trouble there for the 26-year-old dual citizen of Australia and the U.S., Lydia Williams. And boy, she had some big shoes to fill coming in for Adriana Franch.
Amazing that somebody coming in as a rookie out of Oklahoma State can come in and put up such great numbers in her first year, first chance to play in NWSL in the debut season, and just be that competitive and be that incredible playing as a rookie.
A big loss. And Williams has come in and done a very nice job. Hats off to Lydia. O'Reilly. Broken up by Kerr. Swipes it forward. Pathman. Knocked down by Zerboni. Great reaction there from McCall. Says, I got the ball, I can't believe it. And Jasmine Spencer, way late on the challenge, will go into the book in the 37th minute. As it's Whitehill, the team captain, who goes down.
Just basically putting the ball back into play. Absolutely no reason to be shown plastic. And it was an obvious foul by Jasmine Spencer. Probably got away with one earlier, and the referee had that in her mind, comes back and says it's time to go in the book.
There's the yellow card issued to Spencer in the 37th minute. Kat Whitehill, the assistant coach, down on her knee or on her backside, slow to get up. Hopefully she'll be okay as well, the 32-year-old.
The Flash seemed like they've started going back inside, and after talking to Coach Lyons yesterday, they had talked about utilizing the wide areas more effectively and trying to go 2-on-1 with Spencer and Kerr. Start of the game, it looked like that's what they were doing. Seemed to be very successful, getting some crosses into the box. Now, I don't know if they're getting a little too close or think they're ready to put that ball in the net, but it doesn't seem like they're going as wide as they have, and it doesn't seem to be as successful as it had been early in the game.
We'll see if that does change as Whitehill has to come off because the trainer was called onto the field. Kat Whitehill led the team to a 2-1-1 record in the final 4 games of the regular season. And actually, she was a color analyst for ESPN's broadcast of the 2011 FIFA Women's World Cup. Sitting in that seat right there, my friend.
I thought it was familiar.
There's Reynolds. Whitehill comes back. She's okay. A couple of knocks here for the Breakers. Reeves and Whitehill. Vicky. Look at that bit of work to get away from the double team. And her pass for Lloyd doesn't find the mark. There's Evans. Mewis. Back to Whitehill. Get that up and over the Flash defense, but Reynolds breaks it up. A nice little chip from Zerboni. And then a little poke around Pathman. Flash onto something here. Kerr looking for Spencer. It's behind her. And Stewart. Poor clearance. Lloyd still on it. And the Flash with the high pressure pick up a corner kick.
The tenacity right there of Carly Lloyd continuing with the play. As you'll learn as a young player, always continue onto the net, continue with the ball, because that's the way you make things happen.
Samantha Kerr serving that one in just behind Spencer, but as Andy said, Carly never giving up on the play. Vicky, the corner kick specialist. From the near side, second corner kick is in the box. Nair fighting through the crowd, takes it out of the air. Quickly rolls it out to Nikki Washington. Boston looking to counter here. Washington goes inside, now back outside and knocked away by Angela Salem. The first female alumnus from Francis Marion University to play in the pro ranks, Angela Salem. There's Mewis. Look at that long ball down the middle of the field, or towards the side, not working for Boston. As Flash in position to scoop that one up.
Those again are the spots where, even on the set pieces in our offensive end, with the Flash pushing forward, looking for the goal, they cannot get caught back. Luckily, they only had 2 players pushing forward for Boston, but again, those are the spots that have caused us trouble throughout the years.
And Taylor with a good ball. Kerr looking for the one-timer off the volley. Unable to make good contact on it. Samantha Kerr, we featured her at the start of the broadcast. 10 games played, 5 goals and 2 assists. Coming off a 6-goal, 5-assist performance last season. As you mentioned, good news coming out for the Australian women's national team. They'll be in the World Cup in 2015, just to the north of us.
Get a chance to take a drive up across the border, see some action.
Really close for you. Coming out of Buffalo, 2 hours to Toronto?
90 minutes.
90 minutes, you got it down.
And I drive the speed limit, not bad.
That'll be a trip for sure. As Mewis and the Breakers working through midfield. Reeves, she's got some space. Looking for, again, to force it down the middle. Taylor will have none of it. O'Reilly working from the outside. A deep cross. And Edmonds will knock it out of play. 42nd minute. And scoreless. Only game tonight in the NWSL. 3 games tomorrow. Portland at Kansas City. Washington at Houston, and Sky Blue at Seattle. Mewis, step over, cuts it back, trying to get around Salem. She can't. Lloyd comes in to help out. Good teamwork from the Flash. Good long ball looking for Spencer. And Nair quick to come off her line.
Smart play by Nair to get involved, not wait for the ball to come to her, make it happen. Not wait. Jasmine Spencer gets loose, she pops that right over her head.
Salem back to Taylor. Zerboni can turn with some space. Outside to Kerr. Some gaps here. Kerr, shot blocked by Stewart. Reeves. 44th minute. Azarika again. Good job from Williamson. Here's Taylor. Vicky back to McCall Zerboni. Lloyd. Vicky plays the 1-2 with Lloyd. Zerboni. Nice touch outside Reynolds. Looking for quality on the service. It's into the box and headed away by Sierra. Nice build-up there from the Flash. Good bit of soccer.
Again, taking the ball back to the wide areas where they were successful early on, get back the ball back to Reynolds, and makes it happen again.
Quality service from the 26-year-old Catherine Reynolds. Spencer working hard, knocking Whitehill off the ball. Pushing into the 18, crosses in, no! And the shot from Kerr is up and over.
Samantha Kerr is being left way too open throughout the game. Positive for the Flash, negative for the Breakers.
All starts on the Reynolds throw-in, but what a great bit of work from Spencer.
Well, Spencer kept her feet, looked, took the extra touch, puts it back into play, and puts the ball right into space where Sam almost puts the ball into the back.
Great look at the replays. Thanks to Dennis and Pedro and our entire crew here this evening at Sahlen Stadium. And Rachel, of course. As we're in the 45th minute, Raymond Tam, the fourth official, holding up the board. 2 minutes of stoppage time. And the Breakers with a chance to pound one into the Flash box. This will come from the near sideline. Pathman goes short to O'Reilly. Her service headed away by Kerr. And Washington, kind of a hit and hope opportunity there. Just gives possession right back to the home side.
Now, those are the types of play you have to have from Samantha Kerr. The things that Abby Wambeck bring you, going from end to end, coming back, defending, knocking a head ball. Basic play, simple play, you think, but that's the kind of things that are the difference between winning and losing in this league.
Sahlen with a dangerous ball, in all honesty, for Taylor. Square ball, almost intercepted by O'Reilly. And Taylor steps in to knock the throw-in out of play.
BT definitely not happy with that.
Put her in a very tough spot. Pathman. Zurike. And cleared away by Taylor. Mewis with a throw-in. We're in stoppage time. No score at Sahlen Stadium. The Breakers and the Flash. First meeting of 2014 between the two clubs. Williamson right down the middle for Kerr. Touches it forward. Spencer turning on the Jets. Working into space. Spencer taken down. No call made as Whitehill got a piece of the ball as well. The fans wanted a call there.
Good defensive effort by Whitehill to get back. Took all ball. Great play. A little bit of contact, but that was a fantastic play on the defensive side by Kat Whitehill.
Great boot from Nair. O'Reilly. Taken away by Zerboni. To Salem now. And that'll do it for half number one at Sahlen Stadium. No score between Western New York and Boston. Vicky had one off the crossbar. And a good opportunity for Samantha Kerr also towards the end of the first half. We'll go down and have our halftime interview with the assistant coach from the Western New York Flash, Pedro Losa, as he makes his way over. Andy, your quick thoughts on the first half?
Well, the possession was definitely in the favor of the Flash. The things we talked about seem to have come true. We do have the Flash controlling the midfield. We do have Boston trying to play long ball, and each team seems to be giving a little, taking a little. Boston seems to have an idea of what they want to do, but they're just not coming through with it. Heather O'Reilly seems to be the target throughout most of the half, going down the left side, but it doesn't seem to be coming to fruition at all for them so far.
So the Flash, this is the third of 4 straight games at home, looking to get some valuable points and climb up the table in the NWSL, as they're scoreless after 45 minutes of play here at Sahlen Stadium. Shots in favor of the Flash, 7-4 in half number one. Time for our halftime interview. Pedro Losa, the assistant coach of the Western New York Flash, joins us. Pedro, welcome to the halftime show, and we won't keep you here too long, but your thoughts on the first half so far?
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Very good, yeah.
What are your thoughts on the first half?
Well, I think Boston they got a good result from New Jersey and Sky Blue, and they are playing very compact. They have confidence, and then we need to find good ball speed. We need to find the spaces in the middle. It's not been easy until now. We are attacking, I think, with number crossing, but not finding players to finish. So that's what we need to do on the second half. Just keep reinforcing the players, not losing the confidence, combining quickly, and just be capable to create situations to score goals.
You definitely seem to be doing much better putting the ball out into wide spaces. Are you guys continuing to get on the girls about staying wide, or are you trying to look inside now?
Yeah, we make a little modification on the tactical system in the 20 minutes, and I think it was helping the team to find Sam with more space, to find Spencer, and in the second half, that's the idea. We're gonna try. We're gonna try to keep the ball and find a quickly position to score goals in the offensive area, creating 2v1s in the middle combination or crossing.
Well, Pedro, join the team in the locker room. Thank you for your time. Best of luck in the second half.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Pedro Losa, the assistant coach for the Western New York Flash. All right, 45 minutes in the books. Boston and Western New York are scoreless from Sahlen Stadium. We'll take a break, and when we come back, it'll be second half action between Western New York and Boston. This is the Flash Broadcast Network.
Great Taste has landed. Sahlen's great tasting hot dogs and deli meats now available across New York State.
The Courage Bowl has become one of Rochester's most significant just a game, raising funds and awareness for Camp Good Days.
For the kids. For Camp Good Days.
Now for Courage Bowl 10, a new chapter, an East Side-West Side rivalry. St. John Fisher College, Rockport. Support Camp Good Days.
This is Angela Salem from the Western New York Flash. The Flash Academy is one of our employees in the Western New York setting every day. Check out the Western New York Flash Academy at WNYFlash.com. More about how you can learn from the Flash's professional coaching staff and players like me.
Tap into good times at the distillery. Grab the family and experience our fun, wholesome atmosphere. The service is friendly and the food is delicious. The appetizers are amazing. The entrees are awesome, with exceptional quality dishes and innovative, delicious recipes to satisfy everyone's appetite. Enjoy your favorite distillery dish anytime with our takeout service and our kitchen that's always open late.
The distillery.
Now at Subway restaurants, the new $3 menu is here. Choose from a variety of savory 6-inch subs, all for just $3 each. Available all day long. Try the Black Forest ham, spicy Italian, or oven-roasted chicken. But hurry in, the $3 menu is available for a limited time only. For bigger variety and better value, the choice is easy when you choose from the new $3 menu at Subway restaurants. Subway, eat fresh.
Hi, I'm Soccer Sam for Salvatores.com, Rochester's #1 pizzeria, and your healthy, fast, local choice.
Salvatore's gluten-free pizza, thin pizza, multi-grain pizza dough, amazing salads, fresh wraps and subs, sausage slingers, pasta dinners, real pizza ovens, and so much more.
Salvatores.com, your healthy, fast, local choice. And yeah, we deliver everything but babies. Do it with me. Salvatores.com.
Flash back on the pitch, waiting for the Boston Breakers to make their way back onto the field. A second half action about to begin. As we look at your stats through 45 minutes of play, scoreless between Western New York and Boston. Andy, any of those numbers jump out at you?
The fouls. Western New York, as always, a physical team. Probably could have been a few more fouls actually against us. She did do a lot of play on.
Right, good point.
But they are physical, and at times it doesn't really matter depending on the flow of the game. And then when you are controlling the ball at times, you're going to take more fouls. You are leading the play, you're going to lead in the contact.
And you just don't give me a yellow card up here tonight. That's all
I left him in the other pocket.
All right, good. We'll see if there's any changes for Boston or Western New York as the Flash in a huddle. And again, very valuable points on the line tonight for Western New York. They are 5-7-2, 17 points. Just ahead of them, Washington with 19 points, and then Portland and Chicago with 20 points each. So a crucial portion of the season for Western New York.
The last-minute loss to Seattle the other night really hurt. You look at a difference of we are controlling third place. Right now we're in sixth place. That much of a difference, that much parity in this league where one game can be the difference. And it was interesting to follow the other games and see Chicago lose, to see Washington lose, to have a game yesterday where Portland loses, and you don't take advantage. And those are the things that we have to start going the other way in the second half of the season.
Well, it starts now in the second half. The Flash in all red will have the kickoff. It is Spencer and Lloyd. I'm Joe Giuliano along with Andy Evenhouse, who's doing a great job filling in for Mike Kerms, who has been forced away and brought to the World Cup in Brazil.
I told him to bring me something back really cool, though, so that should be interesting.
Is Tom Durkin making his way over to the Boston Breakers bench. All right, Lloyd and Spencer will get us started here in the second half. No changes. And a quick long ball to the far side, looking for Kerr, but Pathman knocks it away. Mewis taken away by Lloyd, but she got her foot caught up on the turf, and the Breakers keeping possession. Flash back home again on Wednesday, July 2nd, against the Seattle Reign. So not much time to sit and sulk over that game that was so close to a victory for the Flash. They'll get Seattle again on Wednesday, July the 2nd, right here at Sahlen Stadium. And you wonder if Hope Solo will be available for selection. There's Lloyd. Into the box, Kerr. Again, a quick shot by Samantha Kerr. Off the mark. It's the second time she's maybe rushed it just a little bit. Body positioning not in a good spot there to strike the frame. Lloyd gets the head on it, looking for Spencer. All the way back to Nair. Now forward down the middle. Ezerike, nice trap off the thigh. Through the legs of Zerboni. Reeves. Nikki Washington. Crossed into the box. Reynolds and Ezerike collide, and the Boston striker slow to get up. Salem to Vicky. Oh, a good ball. Spencer's onside in the far side with space and time, looking up. A low cross, cleared away by Sierra. Vicky pops one up and over the goal. And it'll be a goal kick coming up here for the 3-9-1 Boston Breakers. Boston's last game, they're outshot 22-4. And corner kicks also 6-4 in favor of Sky Blue in that 1-1 draw. Sahlen gets it out to Lloyd. Washington takes it away from her. Quick throw in here for Edmonds. Cheeky little pass from Vicky. Spencer looking to run into space, but Sierra says, nope, you're not going to get there. Evans and Lloyd. Referee says play on. Zerboni. Kerr to Carly Lloyd. Another back heel pass. Zerboni. Outside to Reynolds. Cross, deflected away, and it'll be a corner kick for the home side. Vicky marching over to set this one up in the 49th minute.
Nice tight passing, earning the corner kick. Maybe a little bit too cute, but that's why they practice it, and that's why they play it that way.
Vicky, the architect of so many beautiful crosses on these corner kicks. Into the box, Reeves heads it away. Top of the 18. Edmonds couldn't get a touch on it. It's Taylor, the central defender, all the way forward. Edmonds heads it down, and Sahlen will get called for the foul, much to the dismay of the crowd here at Sahlen Stadium. Restart coming up for Whitehill. Here's Mewis. Evans outside to O'Reilly. O'Reilly plays the game with such passion. You can see she just revs it up when she gets the ball. She wants to take it to another level. Very exciting to watch.
It's always nice to see the Americans when you have the national team players here. And of course, we only have the two here, and with Abby not here. But it always, especially with the fans, to see, what, as you mentioned, the passion. And you can see that they are soccer people, and they want to show off.
Entertaining to watch. If you haven't seen a game yet here at Sahlen Stadium, start on Wednesday, July the 2nd against Seattle. A very good brand of soccer. As Williamson showing off some of that fancy footwork. Gets it to Edmonds. Flashed a little pinned here in their own half to start the second 45. Spencer is taken down by Sierra as the ball was played up and over them. And into the book goes Bianca Sierra. Yellow card in the 51st minute.
Second yellow card for Boston, and just not even a play on the ball. The ball's not even in play where she had to make any type of movement towards it. The ball's going to be picked up by your defender. Again, another sort of a worthless yellow card picked up there by Boston. Not what they need right now.
And Taylor, she can serve a great one. No, she'll go short. I am shocked. Lloyd on the outside. Knocked away by Pathman. The throw-in coming up for the Flash. It's Reynolds pushing up to take it into the box for Spencer. Whitehill plays it, and it will be a goal kick coming up here for the Breakers. Congratulations to Alex Morgan, the NWSL Player of the Week. 2 goals and an assist in the Thorns' 6-1 victory over the Washington Spirit. And those 6 goals, most scored by a team in the NWSL, most goals scored by a road team as well. As Vicky looking to spring Kerr. Zerboni coming in, battling with Stewart. Still in play. And Stewart knocks it over the near sideline. And you talked about Alex Morgan. She's in form now, isn't she?
She is back and probably better than ever.
Vicky with a chance, I'm sorry. Couldn't pull the trigger, no call made, sorry.
That's okay. I think they made the right choice in waiting till she was totally ready to come back instead of trying to push things. It wasn't going to change anything. They made the right move, and now she is back, and she will soon be the face, if she's not already, of the American women's national team.
Here's the last chance for Vicky. Good cutback move. And she gets slammed into by Whitehill, who was a no-nonsense competitor And she gives Vicky a look back, like, get up. Hard challenge there from the player assistant coach. Here's Zerboni. Good touch outside. Lloyd to Reynolds. Flasher filling the box. Reynolds, high cross up and through the crowd. Good work to get into that space, but no one on the backside.
Again, these are the spots when you're only running the two strikers as they're in the formation where the long ball in that situation is going to be played to no one, only because whoever's running up the left flank, if they're involved in the play and trying to get into the box, they're probably not there for the wide play.
There's Washington. Ezerique's coming to life here in the second half. But she's poked off the ball by Edmonds and Salem. Vicky, beautiful turn. Takes a touch down the near sideline. Cuts it inside, gets it to Spencer. Spencer. Cuts it around and knocked off of Sierra. And another corner kick for the Flash in the 54th minute.
You go back to midfield, though, you see Kristen Edmonds did make a bit of a mistake getting turned around, but she came back and did lead the play back, coming back, defending the ball, and starting that rush back up the field for the Flash.
Vicky with Spencer coming over for the short restart. Plays it, serves it into the box. What a great ball. Lloyd, corner of the 6, a shot and a good save from Nair, as she had to handle a blast from Carly Lloyd.
Carly did her best to sell to make sure we got the corner kick there.
Great ball from Vicky.
This time, not one but two Flash players playing out deep, waiting for the ball to come on the long pass.
Vicky, another good one into the box. Headed away by Ezerique. Sent forward, counterattack on for the Breakers. Reeves, she's got Washington coming forward. O'Reilly back to Reeves, and nothing gonna happen there.
Williams quick to respond, owning the box, no problem.
For the latest and fastest information on the team, follow the Western New York Flash on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and now Snapchat. Be the first to hear about promotions and news.
Spencer looking for Lloyd, a little too far on the touch. Sent forward now to the near side, Edmonds. Vicky into space, Kerr, shot, blocked there by Whitehill. And corner kick number 6 coming up for the Flash, who are starting to ask a few questions.
Samantha Kerr getting loose again. You put her in the box, give her the ball, you give her just that one touch and she's gonna put it behind you.
Vicky. Steps in. Another deep one. Lloyd, corner of the 6, and Nair. The referee's assistant said she had possession of the ball, and this will come back on a restart for the Breakers.
Proper call, hand on ball is possession. Good call, and always good safety-wise.
Here's a look at the replay, Andy.
Just a little off the touch. The ball was spinning off her foot. Carly just couldn't get full possession, and the right call was definitely made.
Yeah, good call there. Is Boston going to the bench in the 57th minute? Leanne Sanderson, the 26-year-old, coming on for Mewis. 57th minute, time of that change. As Zerboni goes outside to Lloyd. Cuts it to her left. Shot is blocked. Spencer, and the rebound rifles it into the crowd. So Sanderson, the 26-year-old, 5 goals and 7 assists last season. 4 and 1 in 2014. She was the team MVP for the Breakers. Coming on for Mewis in the 57th. Spencer. Good ball, Kerr. Still Kerr. Working against Pathman. Plays it back to Reynolds. Takes a touch and a service into the box. And Alyssa Nair has been busy here in this second half. Sanderson, her first touch. Looking to go into space for Washington, and Edmonds reads it well. Outside to Brittany Taylor.
Nikki Washington definitely becoming more active in the play, making those runs up the right side. But will it cost them in the back because they have been caught up early?
Some chances coming for both sides. And Sierra and Spencer, that battle's still going on from the 51st minute where Sierra was booked for her challenge against Spencer. And one more, she may be done, Andy.
Interesting to see, and again, persistent infringement. You're going to follow the same player, and now it's the same player on the same player where she grabs a hold of the jersey. Those are the ones where the referee's going to look and say, wait a minute, she's already got one. I think that's a yellow, but
header
maybe
by
not
Lloyd
there.
and a goal! Carly Lloyd in the 59th minute has given Western New York a 1-0 lead, a beauty.
And a little rambunctious play ends up costing the Breakers in the long run. Beautiful set piece. Just looking for the captain. Getting up skyward. Putting the ball right behind the keeper. Nair doing the best she can. Not much she could do. Lloyd up. Perfectly headed down. Side netting. Never going to stop it.
Brittany Taylor, we talked about that knack for serving a beautiful long ball. Absolutely perfect service from Taylor. And a classic finish from Carly Lloyd. Lloyd's 5th of the season. And Taylor, her first assist. And with that goal, the Realtors Charitable Foundation will continue its support of the Rochester community by donating $500 for every goal scored by the Flash at Sahlen Stadium this season. That total now up to $4,500 with the goal from Carly Lloyd, and that's a big one. No chance for the keeper as the Flash were pushing forward and applying pressure through this second half. And the foul by Sierra coming back to haunt the Flash, or the Breakers, I'm sorry. Taylor out of play, Washington for the throw-in, 61st minute. Zerboni out to Kerr. Heavy touch there, Sierra comes away with it. Now Washington. Stewart off the side of her foot, and a restart coming up here for the Western New York Flash. Julie King, who's out tonight, had recently shifted to the inside of defense alongside of Kat Whitehill, so that's a big loss for Tom Durkin's side as he's had to slide Sierra into that space. As Vicky plays it outside for Spencer. She comes up losing possession, and Zerboni, great anticipation, wins it back for the home side. Spencer turning on the Jets, looking, low cross, and Nair quick to scoop that one off the turf. Long ball looking to get Ezerike in behind the Flash defense, not going to work.
It looked like the Breakers were on the right path for a few minutes, and now they look like they're just going back to the long ball. The deflating first goal put by them, and it looks like they're just going to try and go for that long try, and probably is not going to put anything together, because once they started knocking the ball around again, sort of like the Flash had in the first half, that's when you started to see them actually have some positive play.
24th goal of the season for the Flash. It's tied for second most with Kansas City. Seattle tops with 29 right now. Played central for Ezerike, and her touch fails her as it's popped up, and a handball, a little frustration there for the 22-year-old. Second player out of Michigan to be drafted by the NWSL, Haley Kottmeyer, drafted by Seattle last season. Oh, Vicky. So entertaining to watch. Evans. Looking for Sanderson. She won't reach that one. Played back to Washington. There's Leanne Sanderson. Far side looking to get over Reynolds. Does to O'Reilly. She's dangerous here. Looking to spin, corner of the 18. And Reynolds doing a good job to hold her up. Reeves. Washington. Sanderson's offside.
As good as O'Reilly is at times, it's almost like she's on her own little island out on the left side throughout most of the evening.
She does hold out very wide. Looks like Boston will go to the bench once again, as it'll be Catherine Schopfer coming on, a 25-year-old. There's Zerboni. Taylor to Salem. Flash with a 1-0 lead. We're in the 63rd minute. Hold on, because they had a 1-0 lead against Seattle on Sunday before a heartbreaking 2-1 loss. There's Taylor. Outside to Reynolds, back to Taylor. Flash yet to go to the bench. This will be the second change coming up for the Breakers. Vicky, nice 1-2 with Lloyd. Williamson, Vicky, looks, shot low and just wide of the post.
Interesting time to take a look at the Flash bench, though, for Coach Lyons. This typically is about the time where he does look to put his first substitute in. He doesn't do it every game, but 60, 65 minutes is typically where he will look to put his first body in just for fresh legs at time and just sometimes to change up the pace in a game.
Schopfer coming on in the 65th minute, replacing number 17, Chelsea Stewart. And Schopfer, her 9th appearance of the season, with 1 goal to her credit so far. Flash looking for more here, as Vicky scoops it inside. Trying to thread the needle there for Kerr and able to put it through. Long ball forward. Williamson gets the head on it. But O'Reilly now pushing central here. Gets a touch on it to Sanderson. Schopfer reaches for it. Gets it back to Evans. And there is O'Reilly once again on that island all by herself. Working one-on-one. Gets around Reynolds. And a low-driven cross will win a corner kick for the Breakers in the 66th minute. Second corner kick of the game coming up for the visitors from Boston.
You can see O'Reilly asking, where is my help? She's got 4 in the box and just can't get it there.
There's Sanderson whipping a good ball into the box, and Lloyd, a powerful header, gets it out of the danger area and comes away with a ball. What a game Lloyd has had so far at both ends of the field. Kerr had possession, and Lloyd was dumped from behind by Washington.
The referee deems 1-on-4 not a great advantage.
Yeah.
As good as Samantha Kerr can be at times and creative as she can be.
Lloyd gets rid of the ball, and then the foul comes.
She caught the foot, not a lot, but it did cause the play to change, and you have to go back and come back to the fall.
Well, is it deja vu from the 59th minute? We'll see. Taylor a little closer this time. Gives the signal. This one outside, a little wide, and headed away by Whitehill to O'Reilly. She looks to go forward, and nothing doing there for the Breakers. Well, good news across the NWSL. 3 players coming back from Europe and joining their clubs. As We'll talk about that in just a second because Vicky looking to make something happen here. She'll slow it down. Into the box, looking for Spencer and cleared away by Whitehill. The number 10's battle for it. Lloyd spins away with it. A shot from distance off the mark. Tobin Heath will join Portland. Megan Klingenberg will join Houston. And Sarah Hagan will join FC Kansas City. So some big names, good names coming back into their lineups for the NWSL. As Edmonds pressured by Reeves, spinning it to the outside, and does a good job not to give away a corner kick.
I definitely think the addition of Klingenberg down in Houston will be fantastic for them. Former player here with the Flash, definitely somebody that is going to just pump up that team.
And they have started playing much better soccer. Houston now 4-8-1. Hats off to Randy Waldrum, who's done a good job keeping that team focused and starting to turn the corner.
And the Dax do seem to have our number.
Yeah, don't they? Houston picking up a win here in Rochester, 2-1 on May 31st. Samantha Kerr avoiding the slide tackle. Outside to Lloyd. Here's Carly, corner of the 18, back outside to Kerr. Into the box, headed away by the Breakers. Reynolds, Vicky. Edmonds, good swerving ball away from the keeper. Headed away by Whitehill. This one comes off the leg of Edmonds, and a throw-in coming up here for Sanderson, who is very easy to spot. That blonde hair spike down the middle of her head. It's a good look for you, Andy.
I tried it once, didn't work.
Good touch and work here from Sanderson. Splits two Flash defenders. And Sanderson has brought some spark to the Boston lineup. Forces the turnover here. Evans. Into space, Ezerike. Little chip shot, and the Breakers have equalized. Evans setting the table for Ezerike, and here we go again. We're even at 1.
You can see her coming down the middle. Ezerike making that nice little run. Splitting right between the defenders. No one at home.
71st minute. Ezerike, her first of the season. And Evans gets the assist, her second of the season. Just coming right down the middle. But, you know, if you bring it back even further, Leanne Sanderson forced a turnover in the middle of the field.
Exactly, and the addition of Sanderson and Schopfer in the second half definitely seems to have sparked Boston quite a bit.
And Schopfer gets it forward to Sanderson. Reeves and Williamson battle for it. And Williamson called for the foul. It's a tough battle going on here on that near side. Flash will get ready to go to the bench as well for their first change of the evening. Sonia ready to come on. There's the restart coming up here for Sierra. Plays it short to Washington, now back to Nair. And you wonder, Andy, if Boston will be content maybe to sit back here for the final 18 minutes plus stoppage time.
The interesting thing is, honestly, if you're playing an away game, you may look for the draw, but at this point, on a 7-game road trip, and you're this far down the table, you've got to go for it.
Good point. It's Sonia getting ready to check in. Sanderson, nice ball into space for Reeves. Cuts it around Williamson. The Breakers are going for it. Ezerike pops it up, shot first header, loose ball, and cleared out of danger at the last second by the Flash. Dangerous. Opportunity for the Breakers. No one working off of Kerr there.
Coach Durkin's changes have worked so far. Again, Schopfer, again, almost left alone in front of the box.
Sanderson looking to put a ball into space, intercepted by the flash. Sahlen. Now in the middle of the park. Lloyd looking to get the flash ahead. Dribbling, still with it, Lloyd. Carly Lloyd, a left-footed shot. It's up and over the crossbar. A hard effort there from Carly Lloyd.
Just again, 110% as always from the captain. Right down the middle, never giving up. Again, a little loss of the ball, but she continues on, stays with it, and gets a nice, powerful shot at the net.
74th minute, Sonia. Her 12th appearance of the season. Angela Sahlen coming off. And another Spanish international making her way onto the pitch for Western New York. Evans picks up the loose ball, but it's given away. Vicky. Sonia's first touch. Crafty, talented left-footed player in Washington. Good job to hold her up. Now chip forward on the near sideline. Edmonds heads it back towards O'Reilly, who's starting to move all over the place here in the second half. Now she's on the near side. Reeves. Evans. Lloyd again, stepping in, challenging hard. Sonia knocks it into space. Coming down the near side. Looking. Kerr lays it off for Lloyd. Back to Kerr, and another loose ball. Lloyd with the shot, it just whistles wide of the post. Hard work almost paying off there for Carly Lloyd.
Nice pinpoint pass in there by Sonia to put things together too.
Not too far, Andy. But she doesn't quit, that's the key.
As always.
Oof. Not too bad. Adriana, the 27-year-old from Spain, checking in with the fourth official. She's got a goal and 3 assists on the season. And this will be the second change of the game. And she'll replace number 15, Jasmine Spencer, who will come off here in the 76th minute.
Coach Lyons definitely go for the offensive push here for the last 15 minutes of the game. As we call them, the Spanish Mafia, all together right now, looking to make something happen.
Oh, I like that. I'd love to steal that one. Well, the Spanish Mafia is out there. Adriana, Sonia, and Vicky. They've got 15 minutes to create some havoc. Sierra. Boston, their first tie of the season, first road points of the season on Sunday against Sky Blue, and looking to do the same here. Here's Reynolds. Pass taken away by the Breakers. Reeves. O'Reilly looking for Sanderson off her chest. Brings it down to the turf, top of the 18. Back outside for O'Reilly. Cuts it around Edmonds. And Williamson just stands her up. And she goes down to the turf after that hard collision with Heather O'Reilly. And she is down, waiting for the trainer to come out. Hopefully just a small little knock, and she'll be able to continue. And she did a good job coming in to support Edmonds.
Definitely looked like she jammed her toe down into the turf.
Good bit of work there from Sanderson. And O'Reilly again. Just goes full force.
The left foot came down into the turf. Definitely jammed it. Took a step and then felt it. You get that a little adrenaline rush when you make that nice play. You take that step and you realize,
ooh, something happened.
Yeah, that's not right.
Williamson will come back to midfield stripe and hopefully head back onto the pitch. Sonia forward. Knocked away. Adriana looking for Kerr. It's not going to get there. There's Vicky. Loose ball knocked away by Whitehill. Kat Williamson waiting for the signal to come back onto the field. Adriana, shoulder challenge, no call made. She has the ball now for the Flash. Vicky. Sonia onside. Cross. Shot. What a great save from Nair. Robbing Adriana in the 79th minute. A world-class save from Alyssa Nair.
Seeing that many shots throughout the season, that'll definitely help you on a shot like that. That was fantastic play, put through. Sonia serviced the ball right to the middle, and just a fantastic save by Alyssa Nair.
What reactions from Nair. Corner kick into the box, and Nair, that's routine for her after that save. Wonderful stuff from the 26-year-old. Cat-like reflexes. And that easily could have been a 2-1 scoreline for the Flash.
Just perfect passing there. Putting it down, again, putting it where it needs to be. Not overdoing it, just placing the ball where you need it to be.
Here's Sonia. She hit that beautiful ball into Adriana. She continues to come forward. Lloyd just nudged off the ball by Schopfer. But Edmonds coming back for the Flash. Still Edmonds. Shot is up and over the goal. As the Flash starting to come now with some pressure in the 80th minute.
Interesting coming out of the back there for Kristen Edmonds. Tend to see that from the right side with Catherine Reynolds, not as much on this side. But it was a nice shot, it was a nice placement, and maybe you catch Nair off guard.
There's Sonia. Swerving and spinning, getting it back to Williamson. Flash very unlucky not to be up 2-1 after being denied by an incredible save from Nair. Zerboni, pass is taken away by Sanderson. Chance here for the Breakers. Reeves coming into the 18. Reeves out to her left. Shot and diving to her right is Williams. As Reeves didn't get all of that one.
Nice defending by Williamson, just keeping her where she needed to be. She let her keeper see the ball, and Lydia Williams picks up the ball with ease.
Carly Lloyd feeling it tonight, those cheeky backheel passes. She gets it back. She pushes into the 18. And Whitehill locks it out of play. And Jasmine Avant will be coming on, third and final change here for the Breakers. She'll replace Nikki Washington in the 81st minute. Avant, the 24-year-old, making her 11th appearance of the season. As Washington will make her way off, and that's the third and final change here for the Breakers.
Interesting substitution there. I thought Washington was having a nice second half. Definitely getting involved in the play, making the runs. Maybe she's a little more tired than we realize. Obviously, Coach Durkin knows where he wants to be and maybe looking for a little more offense himself, maybe going for it as we talked about.
Right, corner kick on the near side. Sonia and Vicky to set it up. Chip forward into Vicky. High cross into the box and headed out of play again. That was a nice set piece. Anticipating the Breakers coming in hard on the challenge. Sonia just a little chip.
A little different than the normal corner kick put together by the Flash.
They'll set it up again. Let's see what they got in the bag of tricks this time. Vicky will step into it. Nair, a good solid punch. That's how you clear a ball out of your 18. So many times you see keepers just push it 5 or 6 yards right down the middle. Nair has had a great game tonight. Lloyd has been solid as well. Vicky, top of the 18. Back to Lloyd. Shot. Goal! Carly Lloyd smashes it home. The Flash have a late 2-1 lead. Wow.
Again, Vicky just looking, head up as you mentioned, looking, not going too quick, not looking just to shoot, looking for the right play, looking for the right time.
Wow. Second of the night for Carly Lloyd, sixth of the season, and Vicky, that was just a perfectly weighted pass to the on-rushing Carly Lloyd. And it's 2-1 now, Flash.
Most players get inside the box and they're gonna rock that shot. They're not looking for anybody else. They're not even thinking anything but goal. Vicky tends to get the full look, get the full feel, and dish off whenever she can, and the captain makes it 2-1.
So Vicky came into the game with 5 assists. That was leading the USL. Now she'll take it up another notch with 6, and that's number 1 on the assist chart for the NWSL. 84th minute, O'Reilly. Good service into the box. Sanderson, her shot, punched away by Williams. A good save from the Flash keeper. As it looks like Zerboni may be the player down inside the 6-yard box. There's Lloyd. And she will knock it out of play so McCall can get looked at. Been some knocks here tonight on both sides. A lot of players taking some bumps and bruises, and not sure if she's had the wind knocked out of her on the block shot.
The ever tenacious McCall Zerboni not getting down for anything.
It was McCall Zerboni who got the shot block. I thought it was Williams who punched it away, but McCall putting herself
in harm's way.
In harm's way.
Looks like she may have just had the wind knocked out of her, but a fantastic play, good defense again. Zerboni always, as I call her, the Energizer Bunny.
Credit to her, that was great. She took that one, helping out her team. Good sacrifice there from Mighty McCall. As Williams gets it over the head of O'Reilly. Sonia, little pickpocket job there. Adriana. Oh, a good ball, looking for Kerr. Just not gonna reach it. Sonia, Vicky, and Adriana, they add something just a little special to the game.
The nice thing is that they played together. They've seen it together playing in Spain. They played it on the national team, and it's always just that little extra, as Pedro says, tiki-taka.
I love it. The tiki-taka looking very good. And now Lloyd. Sonia. Easy call there for Avant coming up, and she may get a yellow card here as well. Yep, she'll go in the book.
Right to the book. That's probably the third foul in a row on Sonia. Again, not necessarily having to be the same player, but we do have persistent infringement, and Christina Uncle goes right to the book.
Avant coming on in the 81st minute, goes in the book. Third yellow card of the game for Boston. You got some great choices here. You've got Adriana, who can strike a great free kick. Carly Lloyd. 3 in the wall for the Breakers. Flash discussing it. It's Adriana who steps in. Shot. And that's going to go wide of the near post.
We do have quite a few players who are specialists, if you want to call them that, on the set piece. Again, you can go back to Sonia as well as number 14, Vicky.
All right, goal kick taken here. Headed down into the turf. Lloyd looking for it, but Sanderson. And the Breakers get it to Avant. Carly Lloyd with 2 goals. And Williams coming off her line. Taken away from Schopfer. Amy Barzik will be coming on for the home side. As Adriana gets it forward to Kerr. Now on the near side, coming back central is Avant. Outside now to Sanderson. Levant, heavy touch there and played forward by the Flash. Evans, Schopfer. Sent forward, looking to get into the Flash box. And Barzik will be coming on, replacing number 14, Vicky, who's had another solid performance for Western New York. And she comes off with a big smile on her face, and rightfully so. Good round of applause for Vicky, picking up her 6th assist of the season. Edmonds taking no chances. Pounds this forward, and Adriana goes down in a heap from Sierra, who again has gotten a yellow card already tonight. And Adriana shaking this one off. Crowd didn't like that challenge.
You can tend to see sometimes too that you have to remember what is already in your book.
There's Lloyd looking for the hat trick. Lloyd, Adriana around the keeper. Adriana puts it back in front, and it's blocked away there by Sierra.
One too many touches going to the corner. Had to do what she had to do. Probably didn't think she had space. Probably didn't think she had the angle. Still takes the corner kick.
All right, Adriana to do the honors. 10th corner kick of the game. There's the service from Adriana Nair off the head of Barzik, and quick punt.
Just great command of the box though tonight by Alyssa Nair.
90th minute. The Flash with a 2-1 lead thanks to 2 goals from Carly Lloyd. But how about the helpers, Taylor and Vicky? That's how you set the table for someone. Lloyd battling with Evans. Gets a poke on it to Kerr. Flash not done yet. A little too far on the pass, and looks like we'll have 2 minutes of stoppage time here. And the Flash, if they can hold on and pick up 3 points, they'll be level with Chicago and Portland at 20 points. And the goal differential could be a factor down the line. We'll have to keep an eye on that. There's Avant. Zerboni not letting that one get through. Sonia's touch in the middle of the field. Knocked away by Sierra. Williamson heads it back to Williams. And the Flash not looking for any late game drama like we saw on Sunday. Looking to hold on to this one, an invaluable 3 points, as it's Seattle who come back to town on Wednesday, July the 2nd. Here's Lloyd. Foul called against Avant.
The referee will let them play as much as they possibly can, especially in the late stages of the game, because we don't want to have the clock stop in her mind as she's adding extra time, because although they've been given 2 minutes, you can still add extra time.
And Taylor will have this restart. She had a beautiful one in the 59th minute. This one into Sonia, but headed away by Avant. Sanderson. Forward now for Reeves. Boston, maybe one more push here for the Breakers. Taylor knocks it forward. Sonia can't keep this one in play. And a throw-in coming up here for the Boston Breakers.
Another good position held by Kat Williamson, though, in the back.
All 3 goals scored in the second half. Ezerike, the goal scorer for Boston. Schepfer, outside Pathman. Cross off the head of Reynolds, and Kerr couldn't clear it. Pathman another chance into the box for Reeves. And that's going to avoid everybody, and a goal kick coming up here for the Flash. We're looking to get to 4-2-1 on home turf. Williams will set this one up as we are over 2 minutes now of stoppage time. this one up to midfield, and that will do it. Well, what a good game for the Flash. As usual, they kept it exciting, but they hang on this time for the 2-1 win and the valuable 3 points.
Much needed victory tonight. They couldn't afford not to take out the 9th place team. Again, you cannot overlook them, but you have to take the 3 points when you can take the 3 points. At this point in the season, with only 9 games remaining, you have to take as much as possible to try and sneak into that 4th playoff spot.
So with the result now, Western New York 6-7-2. Now with 20 points, that brings them level with Chicago and Portland. And the Boston Breakers now in double digits in the loss column, 3-10-1, as they continue their 7-game road trip. Western New York will have one more at home here on July the 2nd. Seattle comes to town, and maybe a point to prove for the Flash in that one.
Well, we've played them twice. We've got 1 point of 6. We probably should have had all 6. So, if you want to look by the end of the season, if we do sneak into the 4th spot and Seattle stays on pace, that's our playoff opponent. We need to show that we can stay on par with Seattle.
That's the focus right now for the Western New York Flash, July the 2nd, 7 p.m., right here at Sahlen Stadium. Stick around. We'll go down to field level, and we'll have our post-game interview. Our player of the game is number 10, Carly Lloyd. Again, all 3 goals coming in the second half this evening. Lloyd in the 59th minute, her 5th of the season from Brittany Taylor, and then in the 83rd minute, Lloyd once again from Vicky. And that's where the scoring would end, and the Flash would pick up the 2-1 victory over the Boston Breakers. But on the field of our player of the game is number 10 indeed, Carly Lloyd. Carly, welcome to the post-game show, and congratulations on a great performance for you and for the team tonight.
Thanks, appreciate it. Yeah, it was a good win. Glad to get those 3 points.
Andy's up here with us as well. Andy, question for Carly?
Carly, on the second goal, what were you looking for? Were you looking for the pass from Vicky, or do you think she was going to shoot?
No, I was looking for it, and I think, one of the things I've been working on is giving the ball and sprinting and asking for it back with my body language. So I played that ball into Vicky, and I just darted off. And, if she shot it, she passed it, I was ready for it, and it was a great ball by her, and lucky, that we scored that one to get the win.
How about the first goal? Brittany Taylor with a beautiful setup as well, and a nice finish on the header.
Yeah, she's been absolutely incredible this year with her distribution out of the back, her balls. So it was a phenomenal ball, and I was just waiting for it back post, and it's one of the things I kind of been working on is getting on the end of free kicks and crosses, and just working on my overall heading. So it was good. It was a great team performance. We needed that one. Got the 3 points in 3rd place now, so we just got to keep climbing the ladder.
You gave 110% as you always do. Obviously, you get that from the national team. What always puts you out there and just wants you to step up to that next level as you do every time you hit the field, Carly?
Well, I think for me, it's kind of just going to that next level. I think, I've been improving year after year with my career, and I think this phase of my career, what I've been working on is just trying to take over and just trying to be all over the field, tackling, distributing, linking up, getting on the end of crosses, just out there doing it all, and helping my teammates in any way I can. So I'm not stopping. I'll stop when I get a rest when I retire, but I want to keep going, keep improving, and there's bigger and better things that I want to continue to accomplish.
Well, speaking of moving on, Wednesday night Seattle comes to town. That was a heartbreaking loss last Sunday. Thoughts on that upcoming game?
Yeah, I think all season, if you look at all of our games played, we've lost games by 1, 2 goals, if that, and we're right in there. And we could have came along with a lot more wins, but that's the way soccer goes sometimes. So, we were right there with Seattle the last 2 games we played them. I take ownership of my own goal for that one to set the tone, unfortunately. But it is what it is. It's soccer, and we just got to come out. We know we can compete. We know we can play them, and we just got to bring it. And I think that, we can do great things in this league if we keep going forward.
A little bit of everything tonight, off the head, off the foot. Just put it together. It's a total package, as always, Carly.
Thanks. Appreciate it, guys.
A dynamite performance, Carly, our player of the game. Congratulations and best of luck on Wednesday.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
All right, 2 goals for Carly Lloyd, her 5th and 6th of the season. And that gives the Flash a 2-1 victory over the Boston Breakers. Andy, before we wrap it up, your final thoughts on this one tonight?
Well, they did what they had to. They controlled the midfield. They took a little bit of a knock when we let them get back into what we didn't want to do, getting the ball into our midfield. When they went back to almost mirroring what the Flash were doing, they seemed to be able to step the tempo up just a little bit, and their substitutions worked very well. But then, as in the past that we've seen, at the times when the Flash really need to do it, they can do it. It's just a matter of the finishing, and we had it today with Carly Lloyd.
Sure was a good performance for the 31-year-old Carly Lloyd. 2 goals, helping on those goals, Brittany Taylor and Vicky. Flash are now 6-7-2. Don't forget, on Wednesday night, July the 2nd, the Seattle Reign come to Sahlen Stadium, a 7 p.m. kickoff. For more information, visit WNYFlash.com, or you can call the Rhinos office at 454-KICK. Final score tonight from Sahlen Stadium, the Flash are victorious. They win it 2-1 over the Boston Breakers. For our entire production crew and Andy Evenhouse, I'm Joe Giuliano saying so long from downtown Rochester.